Here is how to use AHA slides and YouTube videos to make your sermons in church more interactive and interesting. Are you tired of seeing your church congregation looking at you with those glazed eyes, of getting no reaction, of them falling to sleep while you're speaking? Did you know that the most ineffective form of communication is lecturing people for 20 to 40 minutes once a week? Then step it up a notch by making it more visual, more interactive, more interesting, with the use of readily available and relatively cheap tools. All you need is an internet connection at your church. AHA Slides is an internet-based interactive presentation tool. There are others, and I'm not sponsored by AHA Slides at all. Another good tool is Kahoot, but I've gone with AHA Slides as they are relatively cheaper and allow more people to participate. YouTube is an internet-based video sharing tool, but of course you know all about that already. Here is me starting my sermon using AHA Slides. The first step is to get them to get their phones out and utilize the QR code. As soon as they are in, they can straight away begin to interact by sending you an emoji.
Now, please, if you've got your phones, don't put them away. Take them out, put them in camera mode, point them at the QR code or the quick response code, and click on it, follow the prompts, and you will find yourself in the wonderful world of AHA Slides, where we will have an interactive presentation this morning.
I create YouTube videos. To have a successful YouTube video, it needs to be visual, punchy, and succinct. Here I am showing a YouTube video that has been embedded into the AHA Slides presentation.
Recently, actually 3 years ago, in 2022, almost near Harmony Day, someone contacted me through my YouTube channel and said, Christianity is a white man's religion. So in answer to that, I made this video. Go to the next slide, Chung Sing, and click on this video. This is what I said.
Happy Harmony Day.
What's Harmony Day?
Australia's Harmony Day celebrates the country's cultural diversity. It coincides with the United Nations International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination.
But isn't Christianity a white man's religion?
Did you know that the typical Christian today is a woman of colour? Did you know that the country where Christianity is growing the fastest is in China? Did you know that Jesus' last words to his disciples was to go and make disciples of all nations? And did you know that Paul says to Christians, there is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus? I think you'd have to say that Christianity is the most culturally, geographically, and ethnically diverse religion in the world. Want to know more? Give us a hoy in the comments below. Now, AHA Slides allows you to ask open questions, multiple choice questions, obtain comments from your audience. Here I am conducting a poll, asking people in the congregation in what continent were they from. Their answers are immediately shown on the screen, giving instant feedback.
Let's do a poll of our church this morning and see how we measure up. Next slide, please, Chung Sing. There we go. Now, if you look on your phones, you might just have to wake them up again. You'll see that you have got an option to tell us what continent do you originally come from. Remember that once you press it, you've also got to press submit. You might have to slide it up a bit. 3 out of every 10 Australians were born overseas. Half of all Australians are either born overseas or have a parent that was born overseas. But you know, Australia wasn't always so welcoming. When Australia was first formed in 1901, when Federation happened and all the states were brought together, one of the first things they passed as legislation was the Immigration Restriction Act, 1901.
Here I am again, creating a word cloud where people are asked to write in their country of birth.
Okay, let's submit your country of birth. Okay, this time you'll have to type in your country of birth, and we're going to create a word cloud up on the screen. The more words we get, the bigger that word will become. Did you know that in 2023, we saw approximately 200,000 people become Australian citizens? And the top 6 countries they came from were India, 40,000, UK, 17,000, the Philippines, 13,000, Pakistan, 9,000, Iraq, 7,000, Vietnam, 7,000.
Later in this talk, I shared a longer video that had 3 multiple choice questions at the end. AHA Slides awards points for the correct and quickest responses. This allowed me to have a prize for the person who came first.
In Galatians chapter 3, verse 28, who is the most important in God's kingdom? In Roman society, you are important based on your citizenship, your nationality, your wealth, your power, your heritage, your escapades. But you'll recall that all those barriers were removed when people became Christians. Lydia, the slave girl, and the jailer were all one in Christ Jesus. I think I've given you the answer. You should have 100% answer to this one. We are all one in Christ Jesus. And the leaderboard, please. The leaderboard. What was that? Jackie has won? Who's Jackie? Jackie! There you go, Jackie.
Now, have you ever been listening to a sermon and the minister said something and you thought, gee, I'd like to know more about that? Well, what I did was I produced a one-pager where I put certain things which I thought I was going to mention that people might want to know more about, and I was able to put a QR code on this page so that they could find out more information about those things. So, for example, I spoke about the White Australian policy, the Slave Bible. I talked about how to become a Christian. I talked about Philippians 3:20, and the Professor N.T. Wright, who has a lot of resources on the on YouTube, has a great video about that particular verse. So I was able to put QR codes referring people to those things. Now, this video isn't a how-to about making AHA Slides presentations. There are plenty of tutorials about that. And it's not a video about making YouTube videos. Again, there are plenty of tutorials about that. It's about expanding your mind and challenging you to try something different that may assist you to engage more fully in your message. The internet has revolutionized communication. The smartphone has revolutionized communication too. And people use their smartphones to read the Bible, to check up on things that you say. So why not use the internet and smartphones in your sermons? Rather than suggesting that they put them on silent and put them away, tell them to get them out and use them as you speak. Now, if after this video you decide to use AHA Slides or YouTube videos in your next talk, please let me know how you go. Remember, it's a learning curve and we don't always get it right. You'll make mistakes, but if you don't make mistakes, well, you won't make anything. Please leave me a like and or a subscribe, and God bless.